Alright, got a new episode of this fill out. Let's see what we got here. What is this? Why is this showing up?
Jalen?
Okay, that hurt. Oh gosh.
What are you doing here?
Well, I walked through a light, and I guess it brought me here.
What?
This is the last place I thought I would be. I don't know, a light just appeared in my room, and it brought me here.
That's odd.
Yeah. Just when I was about to get ready for a recording, too. I don't know how to get back. Do you think I could use your tech
Sure,
Until
I
I-
suppose.
until I figure out what happened?
I suppose.
Sweet. I guess. Hey everyone, Brobuscus here, and welcome back to another Let's Watch of Death Battle. Today's episode, we got a very special one indeed. We got Dark Souls versus Skyrim, the Chosen Undead versus the Dragonborn. Now, before we get into it, of course, there should be a link in the description below. You can go watch the actual episode yourself. Go support the official release before watching some random guy on YouTube and his friend back there react to it. Okay? Got it? Cool. Storm, everybody!
Hi.
I'm over at his place for the week. Well, I guess I do leave tomorrow. Whatever. Well, this episode came out while I was at his place, so figured I'd do it here. So this is his room. This is not mine, obviously. He's not going to be terribly involved, I don't think.
I don't know. I haven't been keeping nothing.
He's just going to come in every so often and say stuff. You good at saying stuff?
Sure.
Alright, cool. Yeah. Let me just, there we go. That's a little better. So Dark Souls versus Skyrim. How much have you played of these games?
Neither. I got Skyrim one day, and that was it. It was back actually last year when you visited.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Still got on Switch.
I learned something today. Well, I played Dark Souls quite a bit in the lead up to this episode, and I gave it 3 sessions, and at the end of the third one, I made it to I think it's called the Taurus Beast. I finally beat it after, I want to say, no less than 10 attempts. And then some random zombie skeleton thing came across the corner, wrecked me, and sent me back to the bonfire before the beast. Which means all the enemies I have fought up until that point have respawned, including the beast, and I was not dealing with that again. So, I stopped playing. And unless I just really feel like it one day, I'm probably never going to go back.
Don't blame you.
I've only played 1 session of Skyrim, and I didn't get very far. It seems like it's a pretty big game. I mean, it was interesting. The worlds of both of these two are very fascinating to me, but the problem with Dark Souls is just that it's so patience testing. Like, it requires so much patience that I just don't have. Yeah. So, I don't really have a lot on this one.
I have less than you on this one, so.
Well, I mean, okay. Well, I mean, you see the text here, you know, do I want to win, do I think he's going to win, that kind of stuff. Do I want to win? I mean, I'm fine with either of these two winning. I guess just for the upset, I'll go with the Chosen Undead. Because, the consensus for this fight is the Dragonborn wins. So, I mean, maybe he will, but yeah. But just to be upset because I don't really care about either of these two. Just for like the sake of like, wow, imagine the reaction if the underdog actually wins. I'll go with the Chosen Undead. For who it? Yes?
Oh, I was gonna say, why not? I'll do the same.
Alright. For who I think is going to win? Well, the consensus seems to be the Dragonborn, so I guess I'll just go with that. I didn't do a lot of research leading up to this. I know the blog came out. I didn't read a lot of it. I've kind of been here, so I've been spending time with my friend here. Y'all can curse me in the comment section for that. But yeah. Oh, also Starscream's here. Right
Just
there, just chilling.
sitting on my crappy Blu-ray player.
So yeah. I really wish I had more to say on this one, but from what I've heard, the Dragonborn is just more powerful, faster. The only thing that really is like the big question for me is like, well, the Chosen Undead, he is the Chosen who is undead. Hence the name. Like it's not called the Chosen Undead for nothing. So it's really just a question of can the Dragonborn even kill him? And really, if that's the only win condition, then it kind of takes me back to like Bowser versus Ganondorf, where like they're like, yeah, Bowser is stronger than Ganon in every way, but Ganon can't be killed by anything other than holy weapons, so which is a really stupid no-limits fallacy that I don't agree with. But if that's really it, then yeah, I guess I'll go with the Dragonborn.
You're still salty about that one, aren't you?
Look, man. Okay, I think most people have agreed at this point that yeah, Bowser probably should have won that. When you say that, they did Ganon versus Dracula from Castlevania, and they and Ganondorf ended up losing that. So I would say spoiler alert, but he doesn't watch this as much as I do, and that fight came out like 4 years ago. So
yeah, I haven't been keeping up with it in years.
right. So really, like I would say spoiler alert, but it's kind of his fault. So yeah, I mean, I guess I'll go under the camp of rooting for Chosen Undead, betting on Dragonborn. I say we stop wasting time and we jump right in.
What he said.
This episode of Death Metal is sponsored by Brandon Yates. That's
I'm
right,
sorry, what?
Brandon Yates.
Oh. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Probably something with my...
No, it was just the sponsor. Alright.
Oh, the sponsor that popped up?
The accursed god killer from Dark Souls.
The Last Dragonborn, the dragon-slaying savior of Skyrim.
Resigned to captivity, these two demi-human heroes embraced their destinies and stared down the very gods themselves.
And devoured their friggin' souls!
Because these two lack specific canon arsenals and movesets due to
Oh,
being
don't
the
go.
role-playing protagonists.
I can't hear
For this
anything
death battle,
because
we're giving them
he's using
everything
my
they
only
have and
audio
maxing out all of their
solution,
stats.
Which
Indeed,
is totally
yeah.
possible in
Not the
game
end of
if
the
you're
world.
willing to grind. He's whiz and I'm boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
I mean, in my defense, I didn't think this would ever
Our
happen.
story
Right.
ends at the end. The great cities of old
This
have
subtitles?
collapsed. The heroes are dead,
Closed
or
captions.
back, and the golden age is over. Looking out upon their decaying kingdom, everyone would like nothing more than to lay down and die.
Too bad for them. That's the one thing they couldn't do.
The world has been gripped by the undead curse, turning anyone with the mysterious dark sign into mindless, violent hollows upon repeated soul-crushing deaths.
But there is a prophecy of a chosen undead who will journey to Lordran, the home of the gods, and save the world.
Rotting away in an asylum, all it took was an
Ooh, nice
escape
transition.
of unlucky knights and a giant raven before one unlikely hero was ready to claw their way through.
This looks easy mode.
It helps that as long as they can keep their sense of purpose, an undead will always resurrect at the nearest bonfire.
Well, it was in the
Slowly lose
the
their
sidebar.
memories,
I don't know if you can see it.
and their
Well,
sanity,
I
but
wasn't
the curse
paying
gives them as
attention, I
much
thought you
time as they need to get good.
Undead are unnaturally resilient, able to survive being
he's dead.
impaled through the chest. They've been
Well,
chewed, eaten, and
he's
digested
not, though, that's
by
the
what I
thing.
can only describe as a toilet demon.
Now he is.
And they can have their souls torn from their very body, because undead humans
Oh.
don't need
Dark
their
Souls.
souls to survive.
Just pop some of that spicy
Alright, that was
Sunny
new.
D and they're good to go. If anything, it seems like they get off to it. And speaking of souls, they can absorb the souls of their fallen enemies to increase their power.
They're a master with swords, hammers, spears, axes, bows, you name it. And that's without any formal training. With the right stats and
Oh,
setup,
that
they can
frickin'
be
thing.
anything from a cartwheeling assassin to a dragon-smashing tank.
To the giantest of dads. And despite the serious gothic themes of the series, these weapons can get anime as hell. Smo's great hammer is a
Yeah,
ginormous
one of the devs on this, or maybe the whole team, is a really big Berserk fan.
It'd have to weigh over
I mean,
100
okay.
tons. A lot like Goff's great
Yeah.
bow, which can shoot pillar-sized arrows in one
Like, there's a sword in it literally called the Dragon Slayer.
favorite, the Moonlight Greatsword, produced from the ass of the albino dragon and founder of sorcery, Seath the Scaleless. This baby's a universe-hopping anomaly that can fire powerful sword beams and just looks so cool.
The Chosen Undead has learned magic from the greatest practitioners in the world. They can create shockwaves, form defensive barriers, reflect damage, throw balls of flame, control minds, fire magical crystal spears, turn invisible, and toss bolts of sunlight strong enough to peel the stone scales off a mortal dragon.
So their pool
like
of
Zeus.
magic is pretty limited. So if it comes down to it, they can shut off all magic in the vicinity with the miracle Vow of Silence.
Preventing anyone
Shut off
from
magic.
speaking any spells aloud,
Okay.
including themselves. With this incredible arsenal and judicious attention paid to the stamina bar, the Chosen Undead are rolling their way to victory.
A roll so powerful it bends the laws of space and warps them through attacks like they weren't even there. Though sometimes it doesn't work and it's bullshit.
Yeah.
Look good.
Great to use when you're panicking.
They've defeated Nido, the god of death, the bed of chaos, the mother of all demon kind, and Calamite, the strongest surviving ancient dragon.
That was when the Chosen Undead was dragged back in time to face the fallen knight Artorias, the greatest warrior in history. And not only defeat him, but accomplish the greatest feat attributed to Artorias' legend, the destruction of Manus, the father of the abyss that threatened to consume the world.
They've even beaten other Chosen Undead from alternate worlds, like the best buddy in all gaming, Solaire.
Yeah. Praise the sun.
Soon they were approached by
Praise
these two
the sun.
slithery freaks. One said to link the fire, and the other said to let it die out, which totally makes sense. Wiz can explain it.
Don't look at me. Dark Souls lore is as notoriously convoluted as the flow of its time stream, which is why we have a true expert in the realms of nerdom to explain it for us. Oh, Jocelyn.
You wouldn't
Hey.
believe the item descriptions,
Who?
forum
This is
posts,
Jocelyn.
moody 2013 lore videos I had to watch through for this. It's
Okay.
story time, kids.
She's basically the IT girl.
The world was unformed and static. Then suddenly the first flame burst to life, and with it the concepts of heat and cold, life and death, energy and time, light and dark.
Sounds like a mythological Big Bang.
The gods were granted immensely powerful souls from the first flame, but their greatest fear was the soul possessed collectively by the race known as humanity, the Dark Soul. The Skyfather Gwyn
Title drop.
humanity's immortality, and so sealed their Dark Souls.
Roll credits.
But as humanity reproduced, the Dark Soul collectively grew and the first flame waned. Turns out humans were naturally undying, or, according to the gods' propaganda, undead.
Yes, it's all a conspiracy. The undead curse was a lie.
Linking the fire means using your very soul as fuel to keep the first flame burning. If an undead champion believes their immortality is a curse, they'll do anything to prevent it, including burning fragments of the Dark Soul to keep the Age of the Gods going.
So you're a pawn in a game played by decrepit gods desperately clinging to power. Well, that's
Yes.
a huge bummer.
They might
Indeed.
look like a California raisin, but in order to link
This
the
series is
flame,
depressing.
it needs to be strong enough to maintain the whole universe
Ah, you mean
and the
like
flow
Ruby.
of time for another 1,000 years.
Other similar
No, because in this it's basically your actions don't matter.
Even light itself, based on their dodge compared to this beam and the time it took to reach
Oh,
them,
math.
they'd be reacting and moving at over 20%
Ow.
of the speed of light.
My head.
At the end of their quest, they faced down and defeated Gwyn, the Lord of Cinder, long hollowed from linking the flame 1,000 years ago. So, which will you choose? Link the fire and prolong the current age, or let it fade until only dark remains?
This is the biggest bummer of them all. Truth is, it never mattered. The cycle just continues age after age, with new heroes replacing the old ones, until the Chosen Undead was long forgotten.
Until the infinite
Pretty much.
march of time ground the world to ash. It was never about the happy ending. It didn't exist. It was about the struggle to get there. That's ultimately what gives us meaning.
Good lord.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by Brandon.
That's right, Boomstick. Dive into the thrilling world of versus music with Brandon Yates. As he
They're sponsored by their own composer.
Brandon is one of the composers behind Death Battle, bringing us the incredible, show-stopping songs you know and love. Seriously, we love this guy.
Hollow Dreams, Princess of Pride, Hedge of Tomorrow, and some of our all-time greats. In fact, he composed the track for this very episode.
We'd
Indeed.
love it if you supported Brandon's work and enjoyed more of his music by subscribing to his channel and following him on Spotify.
Ever had a matchup you just want to see on the show and you just wish you had the music track for it?
Well, fans of Death Battle have been loving Brandon's music for years, all commissioned by fans like you.
We're talking hundreds of commissioned songs, all for hypothetical episodes of Death Battle.
Everything from hard rock to jazzy to electronic to orchestral choirs.
And because Brandon is literally one of the main composers of this show, every track he makes sounds straight out of Death Battle itself.
Love the music from Death Battle? Then don't wait. Subscribe to Brandon Yates' YouTube and follow him on Spotify right away.
Wow.
Hey, you're finally awake. Welcome to the Frosty Viking Paradise
Memes.
of Skyrim. Visit the quaint Nordic villages. Hike up to the throne of the world. Marvel at the beauty of Blackreach. Hey, what's that in the sky? Why, it's Macho Man Randy Savage. Whoa, it's Thomas the Tank Engine.
Skyrim mods.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, are we gonna see the Choo-Choo Dragon?
This is Alduin, the World Eater, and he's come to burn everything to a cinder.
But fortunately for you, his path of destruction happened to interrupt your impending execution at the hands of those uppity Imperial pigs. That'll
Whoops.
be the worst mistake this Staley monster would ever make.
It wouldn't be long before you escaped the destruction of Helgen and defeated a dragon yourself.
Then absorbed its freaking soul.
That could only mean one thing. You are a being born with the blood and soul of a dragon in the body of a Nord, or elf, or Khajiit, or lizard dude destined to battle Alduin and save the world.
In their tongue, you are the Dovahkiin, Dragonborn.
In their
Uswada!
Tamriel of Alduin's dragon army,
Nani?
the Dragonborn became a jack of all trades, master of all.
They learned to be a master assassin with the Dark Brotherhood, a master sorcerer with the College of Winterhold, a master thief with the Nightingales, a master dragon hunter with the Blades, and a master good boy who's a good boy, that's a good boy.
They fought in the Skyrim Civil War on the side of the Imperial Legion, champions of order.
You mean the Nordic War for Independence on the side of the Stormcloaks?
Those elf-funded Nord supremacists?
Better than those jackbooted Cyrodiil fascists? But what else could I expect from a monster who steals from innocent villagers by sticking buckets over their heads?
They can put their skills to good use with an absolute glut of weaponry. Not just the usuals like daggers, swords, hammers, and axes.
Okay, now I really am
also
gonna have to
special
get
weapons
around
given to
playing
them
that,
by the
'cause-
Daedra
Yeah.
princes.
Originally, the reason I didn't get
Crazy,
this for so long was
powerful
because I was
gods from the
dealing with
plane of existence
Pokemon
called
Sun and Pearl,
Oblivion.
but, you know, I
From
didn't
that
have
wascally wabbit
awesome
Sheogorath,
like,
the Dragonborn received the Wabbajack, a staff that casts a completely random spell on its target, from disintegrating them to healing them to turning them into a chicken.
From Meridia, they received the Dawnbreaker, a holy sword made for burning the undead to ash. That's similar to Oriel's bow, which
Right.
can shoot fiery arrows that can blot out the sun. To cover the distance between the Earth and the Sun in about 2 seconds, the arrow would have to be moving at over 2
Oh, they can blot out the
times
sun.
the
Oh,
speed
that's
of light.
Except
That's
this
nice.
isn't Earth and the Sun. This is the planet Nirn, and that's Magnus. According to the Elder Scrolls lore master Michael Kirkbride and his
What are
in-universe
you
text
doing?
cosmology, when
Huffing
you look
fire?
up at the sun, you're actually looking
Is
into
he
a
huffing
dimension
fire?
of pure magic.
I don't know, that's
Confused
what
yet?
kind of looked like.
I am.
Exact measurements here are difficult to make, but if anything, the distance should be much greater.
Speaking of magic bullshit, the Dragonborn can heal themselves, cast wards and destructive elemental spells, control minds, conjure weapons, and summon lesser Daedra to help them out in a scrap.
They're an especially powerful mage because their mana recovers itself automatically over time. They'll never truly run out of firepower. But as a Dovahkiin, the ability they're most famous for is the Thum, or Shout. By speaking the words of the dragon language, they can manifest their will into reality.
Like with the classic Who's Roda? An unrelenting force which can knock your neighbors into next week. Or Soul Tear, which removes the soul from your enemy's body and stores it in a cute gem. Like so.
Right.
Soul! Wait, why didn't anything? Oh.
Student loans, man. Something had to cover the down payment. With these shouts, the Dragonborn can summon country-spanning storms, slow down time, and even call upon a dragon for help. Odin.
Right, I forgot about the slowing down time.
In reality, they're immortal demigods older than time itself. They're the children of the chief god of Tamriel's pantheon.
The Dragonborn is an unstoppable force of nature. If they happen to take any damage, they can just drink a potion or nosh on a cheese wheel and be
Cheese!
Cheese for everyone!
150 cheeses at once! My dream!
Assuming these abnormally large cheese wheels have an average weight of 70 pounds, we can determine that the Dragonborn can carry up to 10,500 pounds of cheese.
Wow.
That makes sense, considering they can match muscles with giants who are so strong they can shatter the gates with
Oh my god!
Oh, yeah,
Last
that's
Dragonborn has battled the vampire Lord Harkon, ended
Well, for not getting
and defeated the
ragdoll physics in the fight, that's probably as close as we're gonna get.
The book, The Guardian and the Traitor, Mirak was powerful
What's
enough
okay.
to tear apart the island of Solstheim from
Wait.
Skyrim's
Nothing.
mainland.
By
Oh, is
comparing
it
the size
regards
of various
the
countries
pop-up?
on Tamriel,
Yeah, it's usually on this
we can
side.
determine that Solstheim is a
Oh,
landmass
okay.
nearly
That's
1,500 miles in
I thought it
diameter.
had
In order to
pop-ups
move
to
that
say
much
something
land over the
about
course of their fight, Mirak's
No, they're
magic
pop-ups from the
powers
video.
must have
Oh, okay,
energy
gotcha,
over
gotcha.
300 teratons.
Okay, I really should be paying more attention.
Yeah, we got
Asteroid that
distracted, sorry.
wiped out the dinosaurs.
Not too crazy, but shouts can get strong enough to shake the world itself.
It
I'm
wasn't
sorry,
long
what?
before the Dragonborn confronted Alduin in Nord Heaven and put an end to the World Eater once and for all.
Yeah, but that is literal. By absorbing the souls in Skyrim's afterlife, Alduin was powerful enough to devour everything. Not just the planet of Nirn, but the Kalpa, the entire timeline past, present, and future.
That's the level of unimaginable power the Dragonborn is dealing with here.
Tamriel is no stranger to great heroes across its vast
Oh,
sprawling
there goes that
history. The Nerevarine, the hero of Kvatch, all magnificent in their own right.
But when you heard that shout echo through the mountains and the death throes of a dragon defeated, you knew it could only be the Dovahkiin. Dovahkiin, Dovahkiin. Hey, Wiz, did you know that I can blow up a galaxy?
What? How?
I signed up for a Death Battle YouTube membership by clicking
Oh.
the join button on any Death Battle video or
Yeah.
the YouTube channel. You can pick from 3 different tiers full of extra goodies. Base form champions get special badges, emojis, live chats, and the Death Battle Discord.
Right, if you go with planet level, you can watch all
Which is
sorts
where
of
I'm at.
exclusive videos and see Death Battle before anyone else.
Then there's Galaxy Level, which nets you all of that, a whole Rooster Teeth First membership, and the power of ultimate destruction!
Can't confirm or deny that last part, but it sure sounds impressive.
What are you waiting for? Join now to become a champion.
Okay.
Alright, the combatants are set. You've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle. Pause.
What the?
Well, now it's time to predict what's going on.
Oh, you're gonna brief me what's going on.
So yeah, I still think the Dragonborn.
You can carry that much cheese.
He can indeed carry a lot of cheese. See, this is where his priority lies.
Cheese. Cheese for everyone.
So really, what got me was so they mentioned that what was the Dawnbreaker can like incinerate souls, but they also said that the Chosen Undead, the undead in Dark Souls can survive without a soul. So that's probably not crazy. Really, what got me was Alduin being basically a timeline eater. The thing with the arrows moving to the sun. The slow down time, the time slowing. And yes, the strength that needed to carry that much cheese. I don't know. Again, it's really just a question of I mean, The Chosen Undead, it seems like his only win condition is, I can't die. But if that's your only win condition, then I really don't see much of a shot here. It just means that you're just gonna get killed over and over and over again. You're not gonna as long as you can't do anything to the Dragonborn, then that's GG's. Like, you can't do anything, so your resurrection at that point is pointless. So, yeah, I'm still going for the Dragonborn. I still kind of want the Chosen Undead to win, but I will be very surprised if he does. But I guess we'll see. Anything you want to add for someone who hasn't been paying attention?
Nope, other than cheese.
Cheese, cool. So he's going with the Dragonborn for cheese. Good to know. All right, let's get into it.
Go and stop this fool who would let the
I've seen the preview. I don't know how many times at this point. This is really cool.
Yeah, I will say it looks cool. You said this was made in Blender, right?
It was made in Blender, yes.
Oh, dope.
Save us, Chosen Undead.
I don't know. Well, I've had trouble for years trying to make that.
Also, this music, I've listened to this music I don't know how many times since it's come out. It's some of Brandon's best work. Dodge rolling! Alright, preview ends here. Alright, let's see what you got. You're gonna get hit in the knee. Memes!
Yep.
The giant bow. Okay, time slowing.
Well, I mean, if you got that ability, why not?
He die. Wait for it. And he's back. Ow. Good lord. Oh. Oh, summoning. That is a dragon.
That is a very angry dragon.
And he's dead again. How many deaths are we gonna get in this? Rip dragon. Oh, it's time for Zeus. What's going on? Ooh. Oh, Dawnbreaker. This is it. Dragonborn's struggling. Wait, what? Wait, what happened? Can he slow down time too and I missed it? Uh-oh.
Prepare to die.
Ha ha ha.
Save this world, chosen warrior. Bring the fire.
What?
Let true dark be cast upon the world. Our Lord hath returned.
Is that it?
Okay.
Alright.
Of course.
There it is.
Yep, there it is. More memes.
The Dragonborn had a wider variety of training, better access to summons, and magic that passively regenerated, as opposed to the Chosen Undead's limited pool of magic.
Vow of
Indeed.
Silence was a slick counter to the Dragonborn.
Oh, that's what it was. It shut off magic, right.
The Dragonborn was significantly faster, too. The Chosen Undead could dodge beams of light, sure, but Oriel's bow could fire arrows that move at least 250 times
Yeah.
that.
But none of that mattered if the Chosen Undead couldn't stay dead.
You'd think the Dragonborn's
That's the
anti-undead
thing.
weaponry like Dawnbreaker would be an easy solution, but the undead of Dark Souls aren't really the same as Draugr from Skyrim.
Skyrim
Right.
Undead are more like those classic reanimated skeletons. But remember the conspiracy. Humans in Dark Souls are naturally immortal. They're not actually undead.
Soul Tear wouldn't have been much use either, considering humans in Dark Souls can have their souls removed without dying.
So, why didn't the Chosen Undead just keep coming back until they eventually won? Like with any Dark Souls boss.
One word, power. The Dragonborn had way more and
Yeah.
greater feats of raw power than the Chosen Undead.
Oh yeah, like summoning country-spanning storms with a single shout, or defeating Mirak, who split a continent.
There's also the lore. Both characters are essentially mythological demigods in the same kind of vein as Hercules or Sun Wukong. Gameplay alone
That's
won't
funny.
give you the best idea of their full power as characters.
So, let's get an idea of their max potential from the lore.
The Chosen Undead
Oh, boy.
sustaining the First Flame with their soul was insanely impressive. Considering the First Flame is responsible for the core concepts of the universe, like energy and time, it's not a stretch to say it affects not just the planet they live on, but the whole universe.
But that's nothing compared to the power levels in the Elder Scrolls.
Let's compare the First Flame to Alduin. Both
Alduin,
literally
yep.
run on the power of souls, and both can be directly scaled to our combatants.
Alduin had strength to consume the universe, not just Nirn, but the Kalpa as well.
You know those planets you see in the sky? According to cosmology, those are actually separate, infinitely big planes of reality. Alduin is going to eat infinity,
All right.
multiple infinities.
In comparison, the First Flame is powerful enough to sustain a universe and the flow of time. But it can't be infinite, otherwise it never would have faded to begin with.
And that meant the Chosen Undead just wasn't powerful enough no matter how many times they revived. With that much of a difference in power, the Chosen Undead would eventually lose their will to fight and go hollow. It's not traditional, but it is a form of death in Dark Souls. The Chosen Undead was surely tenacity personified, but still wasn't enough to stand up to the Dragonborn's incredible skill, broken arsenal, and overwhelming power.
The Chosen Undead could only last so long before they flamed out.
The
Wow.
winner is the Dragonborn.
All right.
Best
Thanks
surprise.
for watching. Stay tuned. We have a new death battle releasing every 2 weeks this year. And click the join button to get new perks and extra content. Plan
All right,
to
what's
release
next?
these death battles before anyone
Who's
else,
next?
so don't miss out.
We'll do the next board.
It's Killa. Wow, we're gonna hunt. Oh. Fascinating.
Okay, I don't know who any of those are.
Okay.
So I'm gonna know. I guess.
So I know Killa. He's from Hunter x Hunter.
That explains everything.
I don't recognize. I mean, I recognize the other character as like a. I recognize them as an opponent for Killa, but I don't remember what they're from. Misaka, I think that's what her name was. Yeah. Okay, it's Mikoto Misaka from a certain magical index. So it's Killua from Hunter x Hunter versus Misaka from a certain magical. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't really know a lot about either of those two. I mean, I've seen Killua before. I'm vaguely familiar with him, but but I know nothing about Misaka. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that name right. So interesting. Well, that's more new franchises I have to get into. All right, so that's fun. I guess at the moment I'm rooting for Killua just off principle. I know who he is. I only know I only recognize the other characters like because I've seen them requested as an opponent for Killa before. That's it. That's all I know. All right. That'll be interesting. That'll be an interesting fight to get into. That was a cool fight. I really enjoyed that. Liam, I applaud you, good sir. Real quick, I want to check the credits. They were moving real fast. I want to see if there are any voice actors in this aside from... no, that's not what I wanted. Okay, you know what I can do? Because I don't have the headphones on anymore. Bop boop. Oh, Liam voiced the Chosen Undead. Alright. Wow, he really had a hand in this one. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Liz, Boomstick, Ringmaster, Darkstalker, Koth was Tom Shaw, Kingseeker Cramped was also Tom Shaw, and the Chosen Undead was Liam. Okay. Must have been the line at the very end. I don't know. Okay. Sweet. Yeah. I really enjoyed that.
That's cool.
I don't know what I just did. I don't know. That's a good question. I put it away. We're good. Okay. So yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to. I guess at this point you're gonna have to watch it now with audio, because have fun.
Yeah, maybe I don't know if I'm gonna have to watch it for myself. When you get out of my chair, and we do our stuff.
Yeah, we do have a thing coming up in like a half hour.
Yeah, actually.
So,
So,
but
get on my chair and shoot.
I don't know how to get home.
I said get on my chair and shoot.
Alright,
That doesn't mean
fine.
go home.
Alright, fine. Yeah, but like the animation was really good. The voices we heard, it wasn't a lot, but they were good too.
Yeah, the animation was good.
Okay, if you're not gonna watch the episode, I at the very least recommend listening to the track.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the time to watch the episode myself.
Because Fireborn, that's what the track is called, is so damn good. So, but yeah, I mean, this was Liam's passion project. This is his most wanted fight, and not only did he get to sit in a freaking director's chair for it, but also write it, research the Chosen Undead, and apparently voice him too. I'm not jealous. Anyways, but yeah, really glad it turned out well for him. And this is a cool fight. I really liked it. Yeah, I think it's gonna do it. So, do you have any final thoughts, Mr. Sheet? Oh, I get it. That took me a second.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess you don't really have anything more to
I
add?
really don't have much of an opinion. I mean, I have to go watch it myself. I couldn't really see it because really have on my computer, so.
But your computer doesn't have speakers?
Nope.
Alright. Alright, cool. Good to know. Yeah. So, well, that'll do it. So, with that said, I'm gonna go find a way home. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you on the next video. Bye, everybody.
Bye.